Hello, and welcome to another Sista Gurl TV. And I'm your more than fabulous host, Miko Harris. And tonight, we're talking about why you should wait for love. Well, in this day and age where you have 3-date rule, all kinds of confusing dating rituals, and everything's turned topsy-turvy, it's kind of hard to determine what to do. And also, it just seems like we like to pass the time and not really get involved with the person that would really suit us the best. So tonight I'm talking about not passing the time. So first, let's determine whether or not you're passing time or not. Number one, if you have doubts in your mind, questions that come up like, well, I think that, the girl that I'm going to marry is this, and the girl that you're dating right now has none of those qualities. Or if the guy that you're dating, same thing. If you say, oh, my husband, he's going to be sweet, he's going to be sensitive, he's going to take out the trash, and all you have is a lazy, shiftless person that can barely walk you to your car or to the train station, you might want to consider the fact that you are just passing time, that you just want to fill up the hours, fill up the days, because people are afraid to be lonely. And lonely time is good time. Lonely time is a time of reflection. It's a time to observe and to break down your past mistakes and really try to create some sort of a rhythm for yourself and an outline of where you want to go, who exactly you're looking for, and affirm to yourself, these are my mistakes, and own them and accept them so that you don't, go forward and make the same mistakes, and then you say, these are their errors. This is what I'm not looking for again. Number two, the thing you need to do is, while fixing on the inside, you have to say to yourself, I'm not afraid to be alone. I'm not afraid to face my truth. Because that's what being lonely, why people are afraid of being lonely. Because they are afraid to face their truth. And I am not afraid to face my truth. So I encourage you to face your truth. After you face your truth, it is time for you to become one with whatever spiritual essence that you think will give you the stability, the validity, and the guidance that you need to move forward. I'm not going to pick one for you because that's not my job. But all I'm going to say is that you need to pick and figure out what you're going to do to create balance and spiritual oneness so that you can feel centered and whole. Next thing I would recommend is to find ways to do things by yourself. Don't be afraid to go out by yourself and to eat by yourself and to go to the movies by yourself. Because as soon as you do that, you will instantly pick someone better than you did the last time. Because sometimes we pick Mr. Right Now or Mrs. Right Now, whoever is in our face, because we don't want to be alone and we want to get an opportunity to go out, and we don't want to go out alone, and we don't want to do activities alone. And that's a terrible reason to pick someone. You have to have the person that makes you smile on the inside. And the person that makes you laugh without saying a word. Just looking at each other. And it's like, you know what the other one is thinking, because you're so alike. The moment in which you kind of know how to make up for each other's faults. Because see, if you're not making up for each other's faults, and you can't fill the void, that's what being the other half is. When somebody says that I found my other half, they are the fill to the void. And if the person is not the fill to the void, then you're wasting your time. Because even if you're with someone, you'll still feel a void. You'll still feel alone. And what's the point of dragging somebody along and still feeling alone on the inside? And that's what it feels like when you pick just anything. So I'm asking you to treat yourself better today than you have previously. Now, when you fall in love, and see, I'm not just trying to build you a fairy tale and, make you believe in, the Cinderella story or anything. But what I'm telling you is that there is a healthy balance between the Cinderella story and reality. There is sweeping love. There is powerful, epic love. But then it's balanced out with reality. You have to love the person you have as they are. So when you get into it and you're at that deciding point when you have to decide whether or not you're going to be with a person, if you can love them the way they are right now without making any changes, and you can find happiness and contentment and smile on the inside as well as the outside, find balance and find a wholeness and a oneness between the two of you, then that is love. If you can't, then it's just infatuation. And sometimes people don't even have that and settle for just having someone. So demand more of yourself today. Make your happiness a priority. That's all I ask you today. Make your happiness a priority. Make your future a priority. Just because you're not ready to walk down the aisle today doesn't mean that you allow someone who is beneath your standard, beneath your moral value, beneath the choice that you would make for your life mate to be in your life just to take up time. That's not what you're supposed to do. When you open up yourself, because when you allow somebody to be in your life, you're letting them be close to your spirit. And if they're not, and if you don't think that they're worthy of being close to your spirit and intertwining your spirit with them and creating beauty and creating life and joy and success and fulfillment, then that's not what you want. Every opportunity that you make in your life, including the people that you are seeing, everyone is supposed to be as if it was a permanent situation. Unfortunately, I know that in this day and age it is a lot more difficult to find the right one, but you can't allow yourself to just go ahead and pick anyone and let anyone close to your spirit. Because if they're close to your spirit, they can create a diversion in your energy, a diversion in your blessings, and a diversion from your goals. See why this is such a serious matter? It's not just about, oh, I want somebody to take me out on a few dates and a Broadway show and take me out on a dinner here and a drive there. It's not about that. It's about the potential things that can go wrong. So just demand more and really sit down and evaluate what are the things that you're looking for. And then you will automatically have better choices and feel like you are getting closer to your ultimate goal, or may be able to find it in your next attempt. Well, I want to thank you all for watching me today. Thank you, Ruby Kisses, for my beautiful lip gloss. I want to thank Bedvine Wine Shop over on Tompkins Avenue between Jefferson Avenue and Putnam for giving me an opportunity to be invited to their shop, try their wines, be educated about their wines, and for providing wine for me to try and to open up and broaden my capacities. I do thank you. So if you're in the area of Bed-Stuy in Brooklyn, New York, check out Bedvine Wine Shop. So as I always say, holla at your sister girl. Bye-bye now.